family. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. As I said before, I'm still working on these things. So I am not here to say that I have denounced Islam or I am against them or against Islam. But what I can see clearly here in front of me is extremely disturbing. These are actions of devils. This is the description of devils. These are my own family. Where is the investigation? Where is the digging of the information? Where is فَتَثَبَّتُوا that we have in the Quran? Whatever he says, they are believing it. They are taking it at face value. They are taking it for his words.
Missable moment. Aisha's live and unfiltered response. Invited exclusively by David Wood, Aisha sits down to address the rumors, clarify the truth, and speak directly to the community. We'll break down the details of the leaked message, explore the reactions it triggered, and hear Aisha's own words as she responds to the controversy head-on. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see the entire situation.
We're back for part 2 of our discussion with Muhammad Hijab's former wife, Aisha, and we've got Thaddeus here. How you doing, Thaddeus?
Hello, happy to be here.
We've got Hoda off screen. How's it going, Hoda?
I'm doing well, thanks.
And of course, we have Aisha. Aisha, you hear us?
Oh, hi there.
Hi. How's it going? All right, so
thank you for having me.
Thank
you for having me over again.
Oh yeah, always glad to have you here and help you in any way we can. Thaddeus, why don't you bring everyone up to date? I guess kind of the condensed, shortened version of what's been going on, so that we can then jump into the discussion from there.
Yeah, so Muhammad Hijab had a long-term relationship, not a romantic relationship, just a long-term relationship of knowing a woman, Aisha, who is with us today. After years of conditioning her, grooming her, you could say, he eventually proposed to marry her. He promised this would be a normal Islamic marriage, that he would provide full rights, the only condition being that she would not tell his first wife, because his first wife would not be okay with the arrangement. But he would provide financial support, he'd be part of her life, be a father for her child, and so on and so forth, have additional children with her. As soon as the marriage took place, or the nikah, he immediately changed the terms. He said this is going to be a sex-only marriage. We're just going to meet at hotels. And by the way, I will, don't worry, I will try not to get you pregnant. Aisha said, no, this isn't what I signed up for. This is not what you promised. You were lying to me. If you're not going to give me what you promised, then give me a divorce. So that's what Hijab did. He gave her a divorce. After that, he continued to abuse her over text messages. He was extremely angry. He put all this effort in, I guess, to condition a woman to be his sex-only so-called wife. Really, sexual abuse here really has nothing to do with the marriage, really has nothing to do with being a wife. He was very upset about that, very angry, continued to send her all kinds of threatening text messages and angry messages. And as a result, she said, this isn't right. This is something very wrong has happened here. Let me go and get some scholars' opinions, ask some Muslims for help. She went to a bunch of different Muslims. Some said, yes, what Hijab did was wrong, but I don't want to get involved. Leave me out of this. I don't want to be associated with this. Others just said that, yeah, Hijab, maybe it wasn't like the best thing in the world, but it's also okay Islamically. So in the face of all that, she did eventually find one individual who's willing to help her, Sheikh Mohammed Tarani. Tarani negotiated a settlement in which Hijab would apologize and Aisha would have the opportunity to make a public statement, go on Ali Dawa's YouTube channel, and kind of reveal this is happening without saying anything about it being Muhammad Hijab. Just say, I was tricked by this guy, and this is what happened. Other sisters, be aware that there's people out there that are trying to do this thing. So be vigilant, be aware of this as a possibility, and don't allow yourself to be tricked. That was recorded. When Muhammad Hijab saw the program, he's like, never mind. People might figure out this is me. We're not going to release this, delete this Ali Dawa. Ali Dawa, of course, complied and deleted it. Aisha eventually got in touch with a Muslim named Salman, who runs a channel called Behind Veils. After a thorough investigation lasting 6 months, Salman also tried to negotiate a settlement behind closed doors, tried to get Hijab to cooperate, and instead Hijab just lied, said he never knew her. When he was confronted on that, changed his story. Yeah, I knew her, but she was a crazy stalker. She's making the whole thing up. Salman said, that's nonsense. We have tons of evidence. So if you're not going to cooperate, if you're not going to do this Islamically, we're going to have to go public. And that's what ended happening. They dropped that video. Muhammad Hijab responded on an anonymous channel using an AI narrator. Ali Dawa jumped in. Ali Dawa responded. Salman continued to drop more and more and more and more evidence. Case built. Then near the end, it was revealed that Muhammad Hijab was blackmailing Sheikh Tarani to keep him silent, to keep him from revealing anything. Then we had part 1 of this interview, and since then, new news has dropped. Salman apparently got access to a group chat in which Muhammad Hijab and numerous other da'is are members, and they were conspiring behind closed doors to conceal everything. And that takes us up to where we are today.
All right, so that brings everyone up to date. We've got a link to the Behind Veils video where Thaddeus just mentioned in the description box. Definitely want to watch that. Lots of information in there. Just wanted to highlight 2 things. One where Hijab brings me up, and then we'd like Sister Aisha's reaction to something about her in there, which is possibly the most disturbing thing to emerge from that those text messages. But one of the things we have here, and so we're looking at these are screenshots from Salman's presentation on these text messages. So he's added some of his own notes over on the side. We're not talking about those. We're talking about the texts that are up on the screen. But this was a WhatsApp group with I think 75 Muslim da'is who were all working together with Muhammad Hijab as part of a group that was meant to discredit Sister Aisha and to rescue Muhammad Hijab from criticism. So we have here Ali Dawa, and we're going to look at this one, and we've got Muhammad Hijab's response. We're going to take a look at that as far as the most disturbing ones. But here, this isn't really disturbing. This one's kind of funny. But Muhammad Hijab says to the group, "Salam, guys. I heard that David Wood knew that something would happen. That there would be some kind of scandal, and that there is a video that proves it. Does anyone have that video? We need it." So this is the hilarious thing, that I have a video that proves it. So Hijab here says, because me and AP were talking about this in live streams, but Hijab, way back in January, started talking about Elon Musk. He posted a video and he was posting tweets saying that someone with Elon Musk had contacted him and sent him a warning that if he doesn't stop his powerful criticisms of Elon Musk and doing his dawah in that regard and whatever, that Elon Musk was going to use his untold billions of dollars to frame Muhammad Hijab for a scandal. And that story was so beyond ridiculous that it was obvious what was going on. This is a move that Hijab stole from Andrew Tate. When Andrew Tate found out that he was about to be arrested, he put out a message to his followers about how people were going to frame him for crimes, and this was all to discredit him for over his powerful, inspiring message to young men. So anyway, Hijab copied that. Obviously, if he's sitting here saying Elon Musk is about to frame me for a scandal, there's a scandal that's about to come out, and he wants to throw people off the trail. So that was the entire basis for me realizing a scandal was about to come out, and somehow Hijab thinks that there's a video that I had some sort of proof or evidence. No, the video in question, the relevant video that proves that the scandal was about to come out, was Mohammed Hijab's video saying that Elon Musk was about to frame him. So anyway, just wanted to point that out, that it's kind of weird that this guy lets information out, lets the cat out of the bag himself, exposes himself, and then is wondering where the evidence is that's exposing him. Dude, it's you. You expose yourself. You expose yourself, man. All right, so want to get Sister Aisha's reaction to these messages here, and we want to go. I guess I'll start I'll start at the top. So someone says she's straight up mental, referring to Sister Aisha. Says she did admit to having mental issues online and also in her email to us. Ali Dawa says we don't want to push her to suicide, and then he corrects himself. So that's from Ali Dawa. And we have Mohammed Hijab's response. To be honest, Aki, if she's an apostate and an enemy of Islam, we shouldn't care. So this is Mohammed Hijab saying they shouldn't care. This group of 75 Muslim men in Dawah, if Aisha is an enemy of Islam, and you're wondering why is she an enemy of Islam? Because she's questioning Mohammed Hijab and calling his character into question. And why would she be an apostate? Because she expressed some doubts, which in another context, Ali Dawa thought was totally fine to express doubts if you're Sneeko, but if you're Aisha, that means, I guess, you're an apostate. But Hijab thinks, okay, if we can put her in the apostate category, in the enemy of Islam category, we shouldn't care if we push her to end her own life. So notice this is a question about how their actions were going to affect her. And Hijab's response is, if she's an enemy of Islam, we shouldn't care. We shouldn't care if she ends up ending her own life. So, Sister Aisha, we'd like to get your thoughts on all of this, because this is, again, probably the most disturbing part about the texts that were leaked.
These texts made me feel sick. So I felt sick and I had fever and I couldn't believe what I was reading. Brother Salman tends to work on most of his videos, majority of the parts of his videos, the editing and the information for for safety reasons, to be really honest. Like, he tries his best to keep hold of most disturbing information away from me, to not hurt me emotionally. And I saw that information when it was released. And these people, I spent my own money just this last Ramadan. I checked out their projects. I was paying for their project. I was trying to learn and deal with my questions from their own work. And throughout all these years, these people are my own family. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. As I said before, I'm still working on these things. So I am not here to say that I have denounced Islam or I am against them or against Islam. But what I can see clearly here in front of me is extremely disturbing. These are actions of devils. This is the description of devils. These are my own family. Where is the investigation? Where is the digging of the information? Where is fatathabbatu that we have in the Quran? Whatever he says, they are believing it. They are taking it at face value. They are taking it for his words. There is no investigation, absolutely nothing. There are diagnoses here that are being made based on one single text or comment or whatever. I do not think that any of them do actually believe anything about the mental health issues I think all these things are being just used to cover up on Muhammad Hijab's actions. This was extremely disturbing. It made me feel extremely sick, and I just simply can't believe what I'm reading.
Hoda, what are your thoughts on this?
To be honest, when I first saw this video, I was horrified. I was somebody who went through my own trauma in the Muslim community that still has an impact on me today. And I just couldn't help but think, these are the same guys who are getting paid thousands upon thousands of dollars to speak. They set up booths and they preach Islam, and they are trying to invite people to Islam, women especially. And I can't help but think, these same women that they will preach Islam to and invite to Islam, their lives don't matter to them in the context of they're going to use you. If they want to marry you and use you and throw you away, and you get pushed to deep depression, suicide, anything, they don't care if you die. The lives of women do not matter to these guys.
Yeah, this is some seriously sick stuff. And keep in mind, guys, this is Muhammad Hijab talking about his ex-wife, who tried everything she possibly could to deal with this behind the scenes, not to expose him even, just to get other Muslim women to realize that this is something that's happening. And because she tried to let Muslim women know not to let men take advantage of them in this way, that was enough for all of this